Welcome, everyone. My name's Melinda, and this is Tukarana's Power Yoga. Today, we have part 3 of our Strength Builder series. We'll be working the lower body in our vinyasa flow. So you'll get a regular vinyasa flow, something you're used to, but with just a little something extra to focus on the lower body. So let's get started right away. Let's start seated. So come to sitting on your knees, tuck your toes behind you. I want to start in this intense toe stretch. If this is too much, release the tops of your feet to the mat. But try and start just by giving a good stretch through the toes. Since we'll be concentrating on upper body, that's where we ground ourselves, find balance and stability. Start here. Lower your shoulder blades down your back. Take an inhale in. And then easy open mouth exhale, breathe it out. Begin to find your natural rhythmic breath, gluing your attention to the breath moving in and out of your body, drawing energy in and then releasing it out. If the toes get to be too much, lower the knees down to the mat. Continue with the breath, breathing in and out. And then you'll find your Ujjayi pranayama, breathing in and out through the nose, constricting the back of your throat, building a little heat, a little more intensity in your body. And then finally, come to stillness. Sweep your arms high overhead. Exhale, side body stretch up and over to the right side of your space. Press down through your fingertips to press your hips just a little more to the left. Draw your left shoulder back behind you. Gaze up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. And then inhale, come back to center. Exhale, side body stretch up and over to the left side of your space. Bend your left elbow, press into the right hip bone, and then draw your elbow back behind your ear. Keep the shoulders down low. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring it forward. Release the hands to your side. Just take a little quick shin stretch and the stretch through the top of our foot. So take your palms, wrap it around your right knee, and just give it a little pull back. Keep your ankles squeezed in tight towards one another. Just feel the stretch through the top of your foot, through the front of your shin bone, and then release it down. Take the other side, little basket grip around your knee, and then pull it lightly back, really gentle pull back, stretching the top of the left foot, the front side of the shin bone, and then release it down. This time, bring your fingertips back behind you. See if you can hinge onto the tops of your feet. Takes a little core strength. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Really great stretch for the top of the foot as we get preparing to move. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly lower down. And come to your tabletop position. Create this box shape with your body. Draw your navel to your spine, flatten out your low back. Power down through your palms and draw your shoulder blades away from your ears. Take an inhale. And exhale, let it out. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly down, lift your gaze. Exhale, cat pose. Press the floor away. Draw your navel to your spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale, cow pose. Flex your hips up and back. My back's a little sore today, so I'm not flexing as much as you might be. Exhale, cat pose. Power down through the palms. Send your gaze back towards your toes. And then take a few more rounds on your own, moving the hips from side to side, maybe flipping the wrists, flipping the toes. Whatever feels good. Find some organic movement in your body. Take 2 more rounds of breath here in your cat-cow. Lifting through the chest and then powering down through the palms. And then finally come back to center. Take your bird dog. Extend the left heel, the right heel back behind you. Extend the left fingertips forward. Level out through your hips and then press the floor away with your right palm. Take an inhale, reach long. Exhale, crunch it in, elbow to knee, gaze back behind you. Inhale, keep the momentum going, reach around behind you, tap your fingertips to your big toes. I call this a tiger tap. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tiger tap. Reach the right toes for the left fingers and extend. We'll take 2 more. Crunch it in. And then tap it back behind you. Press the right hip bone down as you tap. 1 more time through. Crunch it in. Reach it out and tap. This time, grab a hold of the foot. And then from here, kick your foot into your hand. Rotate your chest open towards the left side of your space. Take 1 more breath. Lift the knee and the hamstring towards the ceiling. And then release back down into your tabletop. Extend the right foot back out behind you. Crunch it in 1 more time. This time, wrap it all the way around your left leg. And then sit your hip bones down. Just a quick hip stretch before we get moving. Stack your knees on top of one another. Ground down through your hips and then walk your spider fingers out forward. A couple rounds of breath here, sitting back into your hips. Walk your fingertips from side to side. I think it feels a little bit better if you go over to the right with the right leg crossed in front. You can feel the stretch in your low back as well. Draw your hips squarely down onto the mat. Inhale, walk your fingertips back to center. Weight bear on your right leg. Left leg sweeps back behind you. Come back to your bird dog position. Flexing hard through the left toes, extending through the right fingertips. Power down through the left palm to draw the shoulders away from your ears. Take an inhale. Exhale, crunch and curl. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tiger tap. Bend the left leg, reach back, tap the toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in. And lengthen. Give it a tap. And lengthen. Let's take 2 more. Crunch it in. Lengthen. Exhale, tap back behind you. Inhale, lengthen. This time, power down through the left palm. Press the back ribs towards the ceiling. Lengthen out. Exhale, tiger tap. Grab the toes this time. And then press the top of the foot into the hand as you rotate your chest towards the right side of your space. 1 more breath. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, back to your tabletop. Shake it out. Extend the left leg back behind you. Tuck it in. Wrap it up and around the right leg. And then slowly make your way down to your hips. Create this pretzel shape with your legs, stacking your knees. One side may be tighter than the other. Walk your fingertips forward. Let your chest hang heavy onto your thighs. And just find that natural rhythmic breath. It may be a little uncomfortable. Opening up through the hips, walk it right. And then walk it to the left, taking your time. And then finally, fingertips come back to the center. Weight bear on your left knee. Swivel around back to your tabletop position. Tuck your toes, draw your navel in, and press back to downward facing dog. Find your first down dog, pedaling out through your feet. Awareness into the hands, firming the forearms in. Roll your upper arm bones out, and then press your heels down to the earth. As we focus on the lower body, think of spiraling your inner thighs in and up. That'll create a little lift through your hips, through your tailbone. Take an inhale. Exhale, ragdoll pose. Bend your knees, gaze forward, and then travel to the top of your mat for your ragdoll pose. Your feet are hip width distance apart. Shift the weight into your toes. Let your torso hang heavy. Maybe take opposite elbows. Hands behind the head. or maybe even a little chest expansion, whatever you're feeling in your ragdoll pose. Wherever you are, plant your left hand between your legs, bend your left knee. Inhale, spiral open to the right side of your space. Swivel your right hip forward to keep them square, and then shift the weight into the balls of your feet. Gaze high. And lower down. Plant your right hand, bend your right knee, spiral open to the left. Draw your shoulder blades in line with one another so they stack directly on top. Feel the stretch through the left IT band, the left glute, opening wide. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees. Toe heel your big toes to touch. Tuck your chin to your chest and slowly roll up, one vertebra at a time to stand. Once you reach the top, take a big sweeping inhale overhead. Press your palms together and draw your hands to heart center. Shut down your eyes, my friends. Set an intention for your practice today. Today, I offer you the intention of what if. With so much uncertainty these days, we often drift to the negative. What if this happens? What if I lose my job? What if something happens to someone in my family? What if I get sick? Turn that what if around. A glass half full approach. What if you make something wonderful out of your practice? Take an inhale in and an open mouth exhale. Seal your intention. Nice, everyone. Let's begin. Open your eyes. Send your fingertips down to your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Sweep your arms up high to the sky and breathe. Find that grounding through your feet as we focus on the lower body today. Squeeze your inner thighs together and then rotate your hip points slightly up to take the sway out of your low back. Wrap your low ribs in and frame your face with your biceps. Take an inhale here. Reach tall. Exhale, chair plane. Bend into the knees. Sweep your arms back behind you. Sit a little lower. Drop your hip bones down. And then take a look. Make sure you can see your toes. If you can't, then shift back weight into your heels a little bit more. Squeeze your triceps together. Lift your collarbone. Send your gaze high. Take an inhale. And exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale, chair squat to the right. Hands come to heart center. Bring your feet about, 1.5 feet distance apart, about hip width, maybe a little more, and then sit your hips low, lifting through your chest, a little side squat. Beautiful. Exhale, chair plane back through center, lift your chest. Exhale, chair squat to the left, sit low. Inhale, chair plane. We've got 2 more, one each side. Inhale, chair squat, sit the hips low, lifting through the chest. Exhale, chair plane, arms sweep back behind you, squeezing the inner thighs together. Inhale, chair squat, sit a little lower. I think I shortchanged you on the first side. Draw your navel to your spine, draw your low ribs in, sit a little lower. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, mountain pose, reach tall. Exhale, baby back bend. Draw your elbows slightly forward as you press into your hips, shifting the weight into your heels. Gaze high. Take one more breath. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Dive your body low to the mat. Fingertips graze. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring your palms to your legs. Using your fingertips or your palms to press your spine into this telescoping action, length through the crown of your head. Shift your weight into the balls of your feet to shift your hips over your knees and ankles. One more inhale. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your hands, step your feet back into your plank pose. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, low plank. Squeeze the elbows to the sides, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog, flip your toes, lift up through your hip point. Draw your shoulders away from your ear. Exhale, down dog, flip your toes, send your hips up and back. Take a breath. We'll flow that a couple of times through just to get a little movement into the body. That's our sun A. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it low. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana, reach high. Exhale, chair plane, arms sweep back behind you. Maybe the toes hover, rather the heels. Exhale, chair squat to the right. Inhale, chair plane, stay low the whole time. Inhale, chair squat to the left. Exhale, chair plane back through center. One more each side. Chair squat right. Chair plane center, squeeze. Inhale, chair. Exhale, chair plane. Inhale, mountain pose, root to rise. Exhale, baby back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Dive your body low. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Plant your hands, step back, take your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Let's move it. Here we go. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold. Hop, step, or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, chair plane. Exhale, chair squat to the right. And take it center. Take it to the left, sit low, stay low. Chair plane back to center. One more each side. Inhale, squat it low. Exhale, back through center, lift through the chest. Exhale, squat it left. Inhale, chair plane. Mountain pose, reach tall. Exhale, baby back bend, lift your chest. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank. Maybe you're ready to hop, step, or jump back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Nice job, everyone. Take a few rounds of breath here. Letting your breath catch up. Finding a space of stillness. Coming back to that what if. What if you tried something different in your practice this afternoon that you haven't tried before? Or what if you took a child's pose when something wasn't feeling just right? So keep that centered in your mind as you move. We'll move on to our sun B. Come back to your downward facing dog. Take a breath in and a big breath out. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your right leg high. Exhale, scorpion dog. Stack the hips, open wide. Send your right heel towards your right glute. Option to take a little hip circle, clockwise, counterclockwise. Beautiful. Inhale, rise all the way up onto the ball of your left foot. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Tap it out. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left tricep. Sweep it across, lift it up towards your armpit. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, hold it there. Exhale, low lunge, step heel, ball, toe through to the top of your mat. Inhale, kneeling crescent, lower the back knee down. Keep the toes tucked this time. Bring your palms to the front of your thigh and then press down to lift up through your chest. Your hips press forward, yet your chest is pressing away. Once you find your edge, extend your fingertips high to the sky and breathe. Expand through both sides of your rib cage. Draw your low ribs in. Maybe gaze up towards the horizon line. Take an inhale. Exhale, chair plane. Use your leg strength. Lift your body high. Charge your torso forward over your lead leg. Just as we did in our chair plane, squeeze your triceps together. Lift your fingertips a little bit higher towards the ceiling. Draw your left hip crease forward. Your right hip crease pulls back. Bend a little lower. You've got this. Big shift here. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Shift the weight onto your right leg. Left knee comes up to hip level. I'll stand and face front for this. Breathe in. Exhale, open arm twist towards your bent leg. Keep your hips square. Open through your shoulders as if someone were pulling you from your left fingertips, spiraling your rib cage open. Take another breath. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, back to center. Hold here. Exhale, warrior three with airplane arms. Move slowly as if your body were moving through molasses. Send your fingertips back behind you as you dip your torso low. Draw your left hip down in line with your right. Squeeze the back line of your body to keep your chest lifted. You're here for 3. Shiva squat in 2 and 1. Inhale, Shiva squat. Left knee tucks behind the right. Palms come to a prayer. Bend down into your right leg. You can stay here or release your toes to the mat. Beautiful. Take a breath in. Exhale, Shiva twist. Left hand comes to the mat. Right hand goes high. Swivel your left hip forward. Feel the IT band stretch. Stretch your shoulder blades. One more breath in. And breathe out. Inhale back through Shiva squat. Take your time. Lift your torso. Exhale, standing splits. Fingertips meet the mat. You can feel that in your right glute. Already beginning to fire up the lower body. Send your left heel towards the ceiling. Bend in, straighten into your right leg. Square out through the hips. Take one more breath in. And breathe out. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior two. Slowly lower the back heel down. You may have to adjust your stance. And then surf it out, bending and straightening through the right leg. And then find your firm, strong warrior two. Take your hands to your rib cage and rotate it back to the side of your space. Then extend your arms long, pressing the air away as if it were heavy. Bend deeply into your front knee and externally rotate the front knee out towards your pinky toes. Sit a little lower. Take another breath in and another breath out. One more inhale in. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten the front leg. Shift the hips towards the back of your mat and then lower your torso down to that place where you feel your side body engage all along your QL muscle that attaches from the top of your pelvis to your lowest rib. Spiral your rib cage open. Lower your shoulder blades down your back. Slight bend in the front knee to keep from hyperextending. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist a little more. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep your hips where they are. Bend into your front leg. Back arm goes behind you. Right arm goes high. I like to gaze down at the knife edge of my foot. You can also gaze up into the top fingertips, whatever feels good, and then sweep your right ribs forward. Use your core strength to pull your left ribs back. One more breath in. Exhale, high to low plank. Flow through your vinyasa, hands plant. Come to your high to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Now that you know where we're going, let's take the other side. Inhale, extend your left heel high. Exhale, scorpion dog. Open the hips. Stack one on top of the other. Keep your shoulders square and power down through your hands, expanding through both sides of your rib cage. Take a breath in. Rise up on the ball of your right foot. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Tap it. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Sweep it up and across. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold it there and pause. Exhale, low lunge. Step it through. Can you keep your fingers planted on the mat? That's not easy, But what if you tried it next time? Drop your back heel down, keep the toes tucked, and then press up to your kneeling crescent. Pressing your palms into the top of your left leg, press your right hip bone forward. And then once you found your edge, that limit of your hip flexor stretch, extend your fingertips towards the ceiling, expand through both sides of the ribs. Draw your navel to your spine. Take one more breath. Exhale, charging crescent. Shift the weight onto your left leg. Come up on the ball mound of your back foot. Charge your torso forward in this powerful stance. Squeeze your triceps together. Lift your chest, gaze forward. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. You can do this. Shift the weight onto your left leg. Flex through your right toes. Find your stability. Find your grounding through your lower body. Exhale, open arm twist towards the right. I'm a little wobbly. Hips stay square. Rotate from your rib cage. Maybe gaze back behind you. Inhale, one-legged mountain. Exhale, warrior three with airplane arms. Keep the right leg lifted. Shift your torso forward as you extend your heel back behind you. Squeeze your triceps and then lower your right hip down just a little more. Use your hamstring to keep your leg lifted just a little bit more. One more breath in. Inhale, Shiva squat. Right knee tucks behind the left this time. Toes can stay to a hover, or if you need some added stability, bring the toes to the mat. Swivel the hips to square and sit a little lower. Exhale, Shiva twist. Fingertips meet the mat. Right foot meets the mat. The chest spirals open, and then swivel your left hip back. Get the IT band stretch on the left side. Gaze towards your top fingertips. One more breath. And exhale out. Inhale back to Shiva squat. The leg comes to float. I know that glute is on fire. Inhale, standing splits. Right leg goes high. Send your heel towards the ceiling. Doesn't matter how high your leg goes. Mine isn't very high either. Lower your right hip down just a little bit more. One more breath. And breathe it out. Inhale, warrior two. Lower your back foot down. And then find your stance. Maybe walk forward and back. Surf it out. I like to think of that as oiling up your hip rotators. And then find your firm warrior two on this side. Grounding down through the knife edge of your back foot. Feel the power in your back leg. Don't carry it all in the front. And then lower your femur parallel to the mat if you can get it. Strong through the arms, firing energy in both directions. Take one more inhale. Exhale, triangle pose. Straighten your front leg. Shift your torso forward. And then reach your fingertips down as your right fingertips reach high. Use that pressure from the back of your hand to spiral your torso open. Work to stack your shoulders. And then flatten out through your hips by pulling your right hip point back. One more breath in. And breathe out. Inhale, reverse warrior. Bend deeply into your front leg. Top arm wraps behind your back. Gaze down or up at your fingertips. Swoop your left ribs forward and then pull your right shoulder back. One more breath, sit lower. Exhale, high to low plank. Flow it through. Hands plant. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. We flow that again one more time. Not quite as slow and sustained as the first time, but follow along with my cues. Take one more full round of breath to settle in. And breathe out. Inhale, three-legged dog. Extend your right heel high. Exhale, open the hips. Inhale, rise onto the left toes. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, tap it. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, tuck it under. Inhale, three-legged dog.
Exhale, low lunge, tuck your knee in and step. Inhale, kneeling crescent, hands go high right away. Exhale, charging crescent, lift up through your right thigh, send your torso forward. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Find your grounding, find your stability. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, warrior three with airplane arms. Shoot your left leg back behind you. You got it. Lift your chest. Inhale, Shiva squat, sit low. Exhale, Shiva twist. Left leg plants to the right side of your space, open through the chest. Inhale, Shiva squat. Exhale, standing splits, fingertips come to the mat. Inhale, warrior two, lower down, spiral open. Exhale, triangle pose, straighten the front legs, hips shift to the back. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend into the front leg. Exhale, high to low plank. Maybe this time the back leg stays to a hover to your ekapada. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Here we go, left side. Inhale, extend the left heel high. Exhale, scorpion dog, open the hip, flex the toes. Inhale, rise onto the right ball. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right tricep, sweep it up and across. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, low lunge, tuck it in tight, and then step it through. Inhale, kneeling crescent, Salamba Anjaneyasana, keep the back toes tucked. Exhale, charging crescent, use your left hamstring to lift your body. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, find your footing, find your stability. Exhale, open arm twist. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, warrior three with airplane arms. Hover your torso above the earth. Inhale, Shiva squat, right leg tucks back behind. Exhale, Shiva twist, plant your right foot to the left side of your space, open through the chest. Inhale, Shiva squat. Exhale, standing splits, fingertips meet the mat. Inhale, warrior two, spiral open. Find your widest warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose, straighten through the front leg. Inhale, reverse warrior, bend back. Exhale, high to low plank, with or without the little ekapada lift through the left toes. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in. If you're a little winded, you're supposed to be. But what if you found some deep breaths to calm your body? We'll flow that one more time through, adding on in a few places to work our lower body, our glutes, our legs, our hamstrings, our quads, just a little bit more. So come back to your down dog. Inhale, extend the right heel high. Exhale, scorpion dog, peel it open. Inhale, rise onto the left toes. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, tap it. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left tricep, and pause. Inhale, fallen triangle. Release the left hand and right foot. Hold here. Or option to lift the right heel up and pulse. Engage your inner thighs, your adductors. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, three-legged dog. Right leg goes high. Exhale, low lunge. Tuck it through and step. Inhale, kneeling crescent. Lift all the way up. Exhale, charging crescent. Power down through your right foot. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, open arm twist towards the left. Stay here in your open arm twist, or option to take the right hand to the outside of the left knee. Use that to spiral your torso open a little bit further. If you'd like to take another layer, reach for the knife edge of your left foot. You can bend into your right knee just to capture it. And then press your foot into your hand as you extend your left heel. Draw your left shoulder back behind you. One more breath. Release and hold in 3, 2, and 1. Can you release your leg and hold for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back through center. Exhale, warrior 3 with airplane arms. Hover above the earth. Breathe in. Inhale, Shiva squat. Stay here in your Shiva squat. Ride your knee up and down the back of your calf, engaging into the right glute. It's easy at first, but the more you do, that right glute will be on fire. You're here for 3, 2, 1 more, and hold. From here, if you'd like to move on with us, we'll take baby grasshopper. Give this a try. What if you tried it? And what if you fall out? It's okay. So slowly lower down, place your left hand on the mat, reach for the knife edge of your right foot, and then slowly shift your shoulders forward to lower your hips down. Squeeze your elbow towards your ribs, and maybe you fall out. That's okay. You can use a little rocking momentum to get back up. Come back to your Shiva squat. Exhale, standing splits, fingertips meet the mat. That glute is on fire. Inhale, warrior 2, open wide. You've got this. Exhale, skandasana to the back of your mat. Bend into your left leg. Sit your hips low. Engage your pelvic floor to keep it lifted. And then lift through your chest. Press your palms together. Expand through the shoulder blades. Use your front heel as a little bit of a rudder to keep you stable. From here, big lower body movement. Moving into half moon pose. Inhale, half moon. Shift off of your left leg onto your right. Capture one point on the mat. Shift your weight forward. Maybe you float your left leg off. Open up through the chest. Roll your left hip point back. One more breath. And then from here, bend in to your right knee. Low flying half moon. It's pretty challenging, but what if you gave it a try? You might fall out like I just did, but get back in. We've got 3. Strengthening the quadriceps, strengthening the glute. 2. And 1. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, high to low plank, flow it through. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath. Now that you know where we're going, find a little more courage to try some of those things that may be different, even if you fall out. Big breath in and big breath out. Inhale, extend the left heel high. Exhale, scorpion dog, open the hips. That should feel really good. Inhale, rise up onto the right toes. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Give it a quick tap. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Sweep it up and across. Inhale, fallen triangle. Plant the left foot. Open up through the chest. Power down through the left hand. Lift the hips. Stay here or lift the left heel off the mat and pulse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Plant the right hand. Left foot goes high. Exhale, low lunge, tuck and step. Inhale, kneeling crescent right away. Fingertips go high. Exhale, charging crescent. Squeeze that glute on the left side to lift your body up. Inhale, 1-legged Tadasana. Hold here, flex through the right toes. Exhale, open arm twist towards the right. You can stay here. Option to bring the left hand to the outside of the right knee. Find a little deeper twist, gaze back behind you. Option to take the left hand, grab for the knife edge of the right foot. Maybe you stay here with the leg bent, or maybe you find some length through the hamstring. Straighten up through your spine, release in 3, 2, and 1. Hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale back through one-legged Tadasana. Find your balance. Exhale, warrior 3 with airplane arms. Hover over the earth. Inhale, Shiva squat. Take it low. From here, remember, we ride the knee up and down the back of the calf for 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can stay there and continue to pulse, or you can try that baby grasshopper on this side, reaching the right hand for the earth, reach for the knife edge of the right foot behind you, and then slowly, your leg can stay bent. Shift your shoulders forward as you lower the hips. Slowly take the weight into your tricep. Squeeze it into the sides of your ribs. If you fall out, that's okay. Take a little rock and roll back up. Come back to your Shiva squat. Exhale, standing splits. Right leg goes high behind you. Inhale, warrior 2. Lower down, open wide. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of your mat. Bend deeply into your right leg. Use your right elbow to pry your hip open. Expand through both sides of your ribs. Can you get your ribs a little further away from your pelvis, creating length through your spine? Get ready to shift onto the other leg. Inhale, half moon pose. Power off of your right leg onto your left. Gaze down over your left big toe. And then shift your weight forward. Open up through the right hip, flattening out through your body. From here, we take that low flying half moon, bend into your left leg. It's okay if you're wobbly. We're here for 3. Keep going. 2. Woo, I'm falling out. And 1. Inhale, reverse warrior. Plant the back foot. Bend back behind you. Exhale, high to low plank. Maybe you keep your ekapada. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a breath in. And a big breath out. Take your time. Come down to your knees. Take a breath. Towel off, grab a sip of water if that's what you need. We have one more short standing series to challenge your balance, challenge your lower body strength, as well as your mental strength, to challenge your what if approach, your glass half full or glass half empty. So once you've toweled off, had some water, we'll start in a standing position. Towards the top of your mat, take a breath in. Exhale, equal standing pose, samastitihi. Revisit your intention. Find your breath, draw your navel to your spine. Find your strong stance. Really feel your toes and feet grounding into the earth. They will carry you through the rest of your practice. Inhale, chair pose. Sit your hips low, arms go high. Maybe you feel like you can tear the mat apart with your heels by isometrically pulling them apart. Take a breath in. Exhale, prayer twist to the right. Hands come to heart center. Wrap your left elbow to the outside of your right knee and then sit your hips low. Bring your rib cage up to meet your thumb versus the other way around. And then pull your left hip crease back to keep your knees into alignment. Right away, shift your weight into your right foot. Slowly hover your left heel. We're going to try a little hamstring exercise. Flex your toes, send your hamstring to the ceiling and pulse for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, revolve, crescent lunge. If you need to, lower your back knee to the mat. Find some deepening into the twist or keep the back knee lifted. The option is yours. We're here for 3. High crescent lunge in 2 and 1. Inhale, high crescent lunge. Slowly unwind. Take your time. Exhale, pyramid pose with a flat back. So it's a wide pyramid. Keep your back parallel to the floor. Squeeze your triceps together. Come upon the ball mound of your back foot. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale to warrior 3. I'll have to scoot back on my mat just a little bit. Inhale, warrior 3. Arms extend forward. You've been here before. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then inhale, open wide to these cactus arms like a skydiver hovering over the earth. We'll take 4 crunches. Exhale, crunch it in. The bottom knee can bend as well or straighten. Inhale, hover. Exhale, crunch it in. I'll do it both ways to show you. Hover. Crunch it in. This is the bent knee version. Inhale, hover. One more time. Exhale, crunch it in. Straight leg version. Inhale, hover. Breathe here. Exhale, revolved half moon pose. So I know we're challenging the right leg. So from your warrior 3, spiral your torso open. Draw your left hip bone down. Draw your torso towards the right side of your space. One more breath. Beautiful. Inhale, warrior 2, open wide. Sweet relief. We're off that leg. Oh, it feels good to be off that leg. Beautiful. Inhale, star pose, open wide. Exhale, wide leg forward fold. Take it low to your mat. You get a little break here. Maybe move the legs from side to side. Find some stretch in the back of your hamstrings, maybe reaching for the sides of the feet, the ankles, the calves, whatever's accessible to you. Maybe the forearms come down. If you have an inversion in your practice, welcome to take it here. But just find a moment of pause in between all of the work that you're doing, bending and straightening through the legs. And then inhale up to a flat back. Walk your legs back into center. Inhale, chair pose, sit low. Exhale, eagle on the right. Right leg comes up and over. Right arm swoops up and under. And then level out through the hips. Usually the hips want to follow with the wrap. So you have to level them back out. Sit a little lower, draw your tailbone down, squeeze your inner thighs. Lift your elbows up to shoulder level. One more breath. Inhale, flying tree, unwind. Beautiful. Exhale, twisted root. Right leg comes behind, forward fold over your legs. Tuck your chin to your chest, put a slight bend in your knees. Try and get your pinky toes to touch or as close as you can. Feel the IT band stretch. Pull your left hip bone back just a little bit more. Beautiful. Inhale, unwind, and we take the other side. Inhale, chair pose. Sit it low. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. Hands come to heart center. Hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee, and then ratchet your thumbs to the center of your heart. Stack your elbows on top of one another and pull the shoulders away from your ears. Sit your hips lower, pulling back on the left hip crease. Right away, shift your weight into your left foot. Hover your right heel. We take those hamstring pulses. A little challenging. Find your footing. Flex your right toes. We pulse for 4. To the ceiling. 3, 2, and 1. Right away, get into your revolved crescent lunge. I know I'm falling out. It's not easy, but it's fun to challenge yourself with some of those unusual balances that we come up for you. Find your twist in your revolved crescent lunge. Pull your left hip crease back. Sit a little bit lower. You've got this. Inhale, high crescent lunge, unwind. Send your fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, wide pyramid pose with a flat back. Straighten out through your front leg and then press into the ball of your right foot to shift your right hip forward. Lifting through the chest. Try not to hyperextend the left leg. Breathe in. Inhale, warrior three. Shift the weight onto your left leg. You're already feeling the effects of being on that left leg for so long. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, skydiver's pose. Exhale, crunch it in, bent or straight leg on the bottom. Inhale, open. We have 3 more. Crunch it in and hover. 2 more. Crunch it in. I'm doing one of each. And 1 more time. Crunch it in and hover. That left glute is on fire. You've got this. Revolved half moon. Open the chest towards the left side of your space. Lift your right heel a little bit further. 1 more breath. Inhale, warrior two. Spiral open. Get off of that glute. Oh, feels good. Bend and straighten. Find your stability. Inhale, star pose. Open wide. Exhale, horse pose this time. I'll turn around to the front for you. Bring your palms to the inside of your thighs and then drop one shoulder down as you twist to the left. Inhale back through center. Left shoulder presses down, twist right. Nice to take a little break once you get off that leg. Keep twisting from side to side, drawing your navel to your spine. Still not letting it all go, but getting a little stretch through the low back. Nice, everyone. Inhale, open wide to star pose. Come back to center. Inhale, chair. Exhale, eagle on the left. Left leg reaches up and over. Wrap as high up on your quadricep as you can. Left arm swoops under. Level out through the hips. Squeeze ankles, knees, and thighs together so tight. You can sit a little lower. You can even use your big toe as a kickstand if the legs are toast by now. Draw your pinkies forward towards the front of your space. Feel the opening through your shoulder blades. 1 more breath. Inhale, flying tree, open wide. Left knee comes to the rib cage. Exhale, twisted root. Left foot steps back behind you. Lower down with a flat back and then fold. Option here to take a little bend in the knees. Maybe walk right and walk left. Beautiful. Inhale, unwind chair pose. Exhale, chair plane, arms sweep back behind you. This is where we were in the beginning. Inhale, drinking bird. Come up onto the balls of your feet. Hands sweep forward, palms up for receiving. Can you lower down to a toe stand, staying high on the balls of your feet? Draw your navel to your spine. Use every bit of leg and core strength you have to lower. Once you're here, take some lowers and lifts for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, forward fold, dive it low. Inhale, halfway lift, long, flat spine. Exhale, crow pose or malasana squat. If you're taking malasana squat, open up through the hips, bring the elbows to the insides of the knees. Take palms together, fist to fist, fist to palm, whatever feels good, or even fingertips to the mat if your hips are tight and you find your body lifting up. If you're taking crow pose, plant your hands, create chaturanga arms. Create a shelf for your knees, maybe hover one leg, maybe both, and stay here for 3, 2, and 1. Option to flow back through your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful job, everyone. Let's begin to wind it down. Come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, extend the right heel high. Exhale, half pigeon. Tuck the right knee in behind the right wrist. Settle the shin down. Take a peek over your left shoulder. Make sure that your foot is pointing straight back. And then slowly walk your spider fingers forward. Just let your body melt down over your front thigh. And then find your breath here. Find your strong inhales that find length. And then as you exhale, can you push your left hip bone just a little bit closer towards your ankle? Don't force it. Find that slow and sustained pressure. And using your breath allows your body to calm and breathe down into it. One more full round of breath here. Breathe in and breathe out. On your next inhale, walk your palms up. Sweep your left leg back around. Come to this figure 4 position, Janu Shirshasana. Sole of the right foot to the inside of the left leg, and then draw your belly button in line with your knee. Take an inhale. Exhale, reach for your toes. Keep the back flat as you can here, and keep a slight bend in your knee if you need to. Just finally off that leg. Feel that stretch along the left side of the glute. IT band, hamstring. All over that left side of the leg. Feels so good. Breathe in. And let it go. Release the hands. Bring the sole of the right foot to your mat. Left hand back behind you. Just a quick little hip lift, rising up on the ball mound of your right foot. And then slowly lower back down. Cross your legs. Plant your hands, come back to your down dog, and we'll take the other side. Inhale, extend the left heel high. Exhale, half pigeon, tuck it in. Work your shin towards the top of your space. Walk your toes back. Gaze back behind you, straighten out the foot, square up through the hips, and then slowly make your way down. Maybe you stack your fists so you can rest your forehead, or maybe your forehead reaches the mat already, or the top of your palms. Just find a place of relaxation for you where you can let go of the negative what ifs. So what if you relaxed in this posture and just let your hips melt open? What if you decided not to resist it and just stayed in the moment, as uncomfortable as it might be, until you can find some calm, let the hips open up. And then slowly walk your palms back. Shift over onto your left hip, sweep your right leg back around. Take that Janu Shirshasana on this side, sole of the left foot to the inseam of the right leg. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, fold it forward. Reach for your toes, square off through your hips. Slight bend in your knees if you need it. Find that stretch. Feel the vertebra expanding as you pull your body low. One more breath in. And breathe out. Release your foot. Plant your left foot down, right hand back behind you. Take that little lift of your hips up on the ball mound of your left foot. Gaze high. And then slowly lower down. This time, both legs extend long in front. Slight bend in your knees to start. Take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Paschimottanasana, reach for your toes. Find some length through your spine. So to start, we'll take a flat back. Pull your navel away from the tops of your thighs. You really want to keep the back straight, even if you have to bend up into your knees. And then maybe you can begin to scoot your heels forward as you find a little more flexibility.
Again, don't force it, don't fight it. Just find your natural edge and then slowly breathe into it. You've got this. On your next inhale, find some length through your spine. This time, chuck your chin to your chest and round your back. Feels a little different. Both have their benefits. And then slowly roll up. Point through your toes. Bring your palms to the sides of your glutes. Inhale, reverse plank. Lift your hips towards the ceiling. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Maybe you gaze back behind you. Lift your hip points a little higher. Exhale, lower down. Then draw the soles of your feet to touch. Draw your forearms underneath. If you've taken my classes, you know this is one of my favorite poses. This cobbler's pose with a little assist from your biceps. Use your bicep strength to pull your forehead towards your toes. It's a great low back, middle back, groin stretch. Nice, everyone. Fold your knees together. And then we'll take one movement for our spine strengthening. Come to standing on your knees at the top of your mat. Bring your right leg out to the side of your space. Press your hips forward. You can tuck your back toes or leave them flat. We'll take camel. This is a version of camel pose. Draw your palms at your low back. Squeeze your triceps together. You can stay here and lift your chest. If this feels comfortable, maybe you float your right hand, pressing your hips forward. If this still feels comfortable, what if you took the next layer, which is reaching your left hand to the outside of your heel. Keep your hip bones pressing forward as you lift your gaze. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, one-legged child's pose. Keep your foot extended. Crawl your fingertips forward as you send your hips to your heels. That's another great hip stretch. Hamstring, glute stretch. One more breath in. And breathe out. Inhale, walk it back up to center. Come back to standing on your knees. This time, left foot extends out to the left side of your space. Draw your tailbone down, square your hips to start. Hands come to your low back to press your hips forward and lift your chest high. You can stay here. Or what if you lifted your left hand to the ceiling? You can stay here if that feels good. Or what if you tried the last layer, which is reaching fingertips towards the heel? My back is so tight today. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, one-legged child's. Walk your fingertips forward. Send your hips back. And just melt into this posture for just a moment. Nice, everyone. Walk your hands up. Shift over onto one hip. And then come down to lying on your back. Slowly lower down. Take this figure 4 with your legs. Right ankle stacks over left knee. Bring your arms out to this cactus shape, grounding down through your shoulders. Take an inhale. Exhale, supine twist in your figure 4. So just shift your knee over. Plant your right foot on the mat. Work to draw your right hip bone down. If you need a little help from your hand, you can take it. Most important thing is grounding through the shoulder blades in the middle of the back. Grab through the sides of your mat if you need some help. And just enjoy the twist. Relaxation in the low back. And then bring your legs back to center. Switch it out. Left ankle stacks on top of the right knee. Take a breath in. And then slowly lower the left foot to your mat. Find a little help if you need it. But keep the shoulders grounded. Keep the breath contained and even. Inhale, draw the knees back up through center. Let's take happy baby. Send the soles of your feet to the ceiling. Reach for the outside edges of your feet. And then from here, ground the length of your spine to the mat. So you want to keep that long, flat spine and then just rock a little from side to side, massaging those muscles along the side, pulling the knees down towards the side ribs, opening up through the hips. And then draw your knees back through center. Let's just take legs up the wall. We've been on our feet for most of class. We've challenged our glutes and our quadriceps and our hamstrings. So just relax the feet and just let all the blood run down. Get off the feet. Feels good. Option to take a shoulder stand here. Get a little bit of momentum. Tuck your elbows in, reach your toes towards the ceiling. You can point, flex, or point. Tuck your tailbone in, squeeze your navel to your spine. And then option to take a plow pose. Lower your toes. Over the top of your mat, slowly take your time. You can use the pressure from your fingertips to pull your spine over. Keep your neck neutral. Option for ear pinning pose, bend the knees, frame the ears. One day our knees will touch the ground. And then slowly tuck your knees in. Lower down into this tight little ball, engaging every muscle in your body, tightening, 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 taking a full breath in. And then exhale out, release into your final Shavasana. Take a full body scan. Are you still holding on to any tension in your lower body and your hips? Find that awareness within your self-awareness enough to let it go. What if you challenged your thinking? What if you let your body find some stillness? For the next couple of moments, just let your breath normalize. Let your body get light. Let your mind be clear and free. Find a little bit of peace, a moment just for yourself, where all the uncertainty, all the negativity, all the glass half empty sentiments fade away, and you can just be. Take a breath in and breathe out. We'll take a little breathing exercise in Shavasana. Take an inhale in through your nose. Let your belly fill all the way up. Feel it expand. And then exhale out. Press all the air out of your belly, all the way out of the depths. On your next inhale, start by filling up the belly. Once that's full, let the rib cage fill up all the way to the top of your throat. And then exhale out the same way. Feel your throat empty. Let your rib cage fall. And then slowly let your navel deflate down to your spine. And we'll take that one more time through. Take an inhale. Fill up your belly first. Fill up through your ribs. Feel all the sides of your rib cage expand. Feel your throat expand at the top. Fill up the entire depth of your throat, all the way up to the top of your head. Hold for a count of 3, 2, and 1, and then slowly release it out the same way. Let the air leave your throat. Let it leave your rib cage. Feel your ribs cave in, and then finally feel the belly cave in. And relax. When you're ready, bring small movements into your fingers and toes. And then expand long in both directions. Draw your knees into your chest. Roll over onto your fetal pose using your bottom arm as a pillow. Shavasana always marks the death of our practice, expending all of our energy, letting it all go. And this fetal pose marks a new beginning, a new rebirth, an opportunity to create some new what ifs in your life. When you're ready, press yourself up. We'll start the way we began, sitting on our knees. With your eyes closed, take an inhale, sweep your arms high overhead. Draw your palms together at your heart center. Press the heels of your hands tightly together. Find your power, feel it there at your heart center. Start anew with a new what if, a new glass half full approach. What if something wonderful is just around the corner for you? Thank you for sharing your practice with me today, my friends. Be kind, be strong, and most importantly, be well. Namaste.